Robertson delivers. It's come all the way out to Jordan Henderson. And Henderson can fling it back in. And Origi in front of the Kop again! Extraordinarily! History repeats itself. Origi on Derby Day, habitually, as if meant to be, Liverpool's points. Origi repeatedly breaks their heart.
Yeah, we wondered when the substitutions would be made by Jurgen Klopp, and it's paid off. It's worked a treat for him. But he's run from an onside position, Origi, and he had a very simple task once Diaz did this to find the back of the net. And this time he needed no help from a crossbar.
Welcome back to Off the Pitch, segment 3. And don't forget, get in touch with us on our social media pages and let us know what you thought of the interview. SuperSport United, Coltrane Munyai. But the man is back in studio. You were the one that actually had the pleasure of interviewing Coltrane. How was he? Lovely chap, and he's doing a lot
well,
of things.
Obviously, everyone could see, but it was a really great interview. I really enjoyed doing it. Lots to learn from a man who was there from day one with SuperSport. So that's a good thing that was a good interview to do.
And how was your weekend? I'm seeing you cut your hair like me. You were hosting the show. I mean, Cyrus is calling you Marlo last week. What's going on?
Oh, guys, I'm good.
Yeah.
Had
a long
good
weekend.
Week. Yeah, it's a long weekend. It's workers' day. So
100%. But let's get into it. I mean, the URC, with regards to everything rugby, happened this weekend. The SA team is doing absolutely brilliant.
Yes, the SA teams did really well. I was getting a little bit worried in December, not knowing whether the South African leg of the fixtures are gonna be easier for the European teams, but they actually have not been. We've gone through now. We've got one more week to go, and the South African teams have all qualified this weekend. Well, 3 of the 4. The Lions did not, but they are in the top 10. So we've got 3 teams in the top 8, which is the playoffs. They all won this weekend. The Lions won. The Sharks came back from 21-10 down to win 41-21. That was a really great second half from the Sharks. You also had the Stormers beating the number 1 team, Leinster, as well as the Bulls beating Glasgow on Friday. And so you now have a situation where you have 3 teams out of the 16 that are in the playoffs, 3 out of the 8. And the South African teams are going to do really well. Now they're just going to fight for home ground advantage.
Who are you tipping to maybe go the furthest from the South African team?
The Stormers, they're cooking with gas. Yeah. Oh my word, that back line. Oh Lord, Warwick Galant, Mani Lebok. Yeah. Just amazing play. Seabelo Senatla on the wing. They're just playing some really great rugby. It's very expansive compared to the other South African teams. I think the Sharks have become a lot more forward dominant. And then the Bulls are also similar to what we've always known with the Bulls, very forward dominant. But that Stormers team, if they can get a home quarterfinal and maybe a home semi-final, Greenpoint is going to be rocking. They had lots of fans last night, and they played some incredible rugby.
Absolutely brilliant from the South African teams in the URC. But you played golf this morning. Where were you? I see you're playing a lot of golf these days on social media.
I played with Glendower.
Okay. Went well?
The home of the SA Open.
Yes.
I played. Oh, all right. It was better. The Glendower is really hard.
You don't like being caught off the spot, eh?
No, it's fine. No, but Glendower is a really hard course.
Brilliant.
It's one of the hardest in Johannesburg, and to play well there is a good thing. And so I tried my best, and
100%.
We'll get there.
Hey, all these celebrities playing golf. Nice life you guys have. But you also are a man with regards to the NBA. What's the latest scoop with regards to the court with the NBA?
Last week we got through the first round of the playoffs. We didn't get a Game 7, unfortunately, which was really disappointing for a lot of us. But now we're in the second round, so that means you've got 4 teams remaining in the East and 4 in the West. And so the East, you've got the Celtics playing the Bucks, which is an interesting one because the best defense in the playoffs is playing against the defending champion, who's out, who probably might be playing the entire series without his Robin. That's Chris Middleton. So it'll be interesting to see how the Celtics come up against the Bucks. You also have the Philadelphia 76ers against the Miami Heat. Joel Embiid is injured, so that's going to be quite interesting to see how
huge blow.
It's a massive blow for the 76ers against a team that they can beat. And that's the sad part about it. But on the West, you've got the Grizzlies coming up against the Warriors, the young guns doing their playoff run very well against the Warriors who've done it before, and maybe trying to resurrect the dynasty again. Please don't tell Cyrus because he'd be very happy. Then the final matchup is the Suns against the Mavericks.
How are you seeing that going?
Luke has won his first playoff match series, so we'll see how that goes. But I do think the Suns have it in them to beat the Mavericks. The Mavericks just need something a little bit more to try and get through the Suns. But I think for me, Malo, it's a situation and a journey. Some teams are a lot further along the journey than others. The Suns are at the point where they can call them, where they're just one step away from being champions, while they were last year. So hopefully this year they're hoping to go one more, whereas the Mavericks are just getting there slowly, trying to figure out what it takes to be a champion.
All things there, NBA with them poor 10-10. But quickly, before I let you go, Champions League, massive week, semi-final. I mean, let's quickly start with Real Madrid in that particular fixture. How are you seeing that going?
So I'm going to tell you, we've got 7 goals at the Etihad.
Yeah.
We're going to get a lot more at the Bernabeu. I do
Defensively, you're not convinced that these two teams can keep a clean sheet.
Well, I'm not convinced that Real Madrid can keep a clean sheet. So City were without Cancelo and Kyle Walker, so I think they'll be back for this week, so they might be a little bit better. But I do think you'll get City going through in that semi-final.
Definitely.
If they already have the 1-goal lead, there's no away goal, so it doesn't matter.
The Benzema effect at home, you don't think he could potentially do another hat-trick?
It depends on whether they've got the hangover from winning the La Liga. You know, they won La Liga, they were all happy about it.
Why does it have to be a hangover? I mean, can it not
be? They won, they've been drinking, I don't know, partying, I don't know what would happen.
I'm sure they're too professional for that. But switching to Liverpool, Villarreal, I mean, Unai Emery now needing to go all guns blazing, it's going to be a tough one.
Look, I think for me, just be wary of an underdog team that has nothing to lose, that can go out and attack. And that's how they caught Bayern off guard, right? But I do think Liverpool is just playing another level of football. I think it's going to be an all-English final. The two teams that have taken all of our attention and put it on them, City and Liverpool, are just playing just another level of
Two
football.
best teams in the world for you? At the moment?
Yes. Yes. They're a step above everybody else.
Absolutely brilliant, Paul. But looking forward to seeing you next week. I mean, what's coming up? Are you playing more golf this week? What's happening?
I'll be playing more golf. I'm just going to see. Probably might play some Killarney maybe, but it's going to be good, but we'll be back next week.
Absolutely brilliant. And Paul, fantastic having you. And thank you to everyone that made the show possible. But get in touch with us on our social media pages. Use the hashtag #OffThePitch on our social media pages and let us know who you think is going through in the UEFA Champions League final. We'll see you same time, same place next week. We out.
We'll be right back.